When Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, briefly shared a message on Instagram in 2025 addressed to Your Royal Highness, it reignited a debate the royal family thought had been settled years earlier. 5 years after Prince Harry and Meghan stepped back from royal duties, the argument over titles, identity, and commercial influence still refuses to disappear. And for many royal observers, the issue now reaches far beyond palace etiquette. Here on Royal Scope, the fascination is not simply about whether Meghan Markle used a title correctly. It is about what the Sussex brand has become since the dramatic Sandringham negotiations of 2020, and whether the monarchy under a future King William could eventually take a far tougher position than Queen Elizabeth II ever did. When Prince Harry and Meghan announced they were stepping back as senior royals, Buckingham Palace made the arrangement clear. The couple would retain the titles Duke and Duchess of Sussex, but they would no longer use their HRH styles in an official capacity because they were no longer working royals. The agreement was presented as a clean constitutional compromise, a way for the couple to pursue independence while preserving respect for the institution. But the lines have often appeared blurred ever since. Critics point to moments in interviews, podcasts, and Netflix productions where Meghan leaned heavily into the Sussex identity. One widely discussed example came during her Netflix lifestyle series appearance with actress Mindy Kaling, when Meghan corrected her after being called Meghan Markle, saying, "I'm Sussex now." To supporters, it reflected family identity and marriage. To critics, it reinforced concerns that royal branding still sits at the center of the Sussex commercial model. That tension matters because Prince Harry and Meghan's post-royal career was built around global visibility. Their Spotify partnership, the multi-million-dollar Netflix agreement announced in 2020, Prince Harry's memoir Spare, and Meghan's lifestyle ventures all relied, at least in part, on the extraordinary public fascination surrounding the royal connection. And yet, several of those partnerships have faced turbulence. Spotify ended its deal with Archwell Audio in 2023. Public interest in some projects proved mixed. Online debate intensified around whether the Sussexes had successfully transitioned from royal figures into long-term Hollywood power players, or whether the royal connection remained the primary attraction. At the same time, Prince Harry's relationship with the royal family appears deeply fractured. His interviews with Oprah Winfrey, the Netflix documentary Harry and Meghan, and Spare placed painful family tensions into public view. Reports of distance between Prince Harry and Prince William have persisted for years, although much of the speculation surrounding their private relationship remains exactly that, speculation. Still, royal commentators increasingly ask the same question: what happens when Prince William eventually becomes king? Technically, removing the Duke and Duchess of Sussex titles would not be simple. Constitutional experts have long noted that stripping peerages could require parliamentary involvement. But discussion surrounding the HRH styles is different. The Sussexes still technically hold those styles, even though they agreed not to actively use them after leaving royal duties. That distinction has created a gray area repeatedly exploited by headlines and online debate. Some royal watchers believe Prince William may eventually want firmer boundaries around the commercial use of royal associations. Others argue such a move would only deepen divisions and hand the Sussexes even greater publicity. What makes this story especially compelling is that it now touches nearly every part of modern monarchy: celebrity culture, constitutional tradition, media branding, and public trust. Even Meghan Markle's carefully constructed public narrative has faced renewed scrutiny. Stories she has told for years, including the famous account of writing letters as a child to challenge a sexist television advertisement, have periodically been questioned by critics and biographers. Supporters view those attacks as unfair attempts to undermine her achievements. Detractors see them as evidence that parts of the Sussex image were always more polished than provable. Meanwhile, staff departures from the Sussex household have also fueled discussion. Several former aides reportedly left during the couple's time as working royals, while bullying allegations against Meghan, strongly denied by her legal team, prompted Buckingham Palace to conduct an internal review whose findings were never publicly released. The silence surrounding that investigation has only kept speculation alive, and that is precisely why the Sussex story remains so powerful years later. It is not one scandal, one interview, or one title controversy. It is a continuing collision between monarchy and modern celebrity, played out in real time before a global audience. If you followed Prince Harry and Meghan's journey from the beginning, this is the moment to tell us where you stand. Do you believe the monarchy should formally draw a harder line on titles and branding, or has the royal family already handled the situation as carefully as possible? Subscribe to Royal Scope, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Because beneath all the headlines lies a far bigger question about the future of the House of Windsor itself. Queen Elizabeth II spent decades protecting the stability of the monarchy through restraint and diplomacy. But the reign of King Charles III, and eventually Prince William, may demand a different approach entirely. And if that day comes, the battle over royal identity could become far more serious than a disputed Instagram caption.